Welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein. We're currently floating in a transed-out, dank dirigible floating above Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. While some people are having a much less fortunate time right now, like Senator Mitch McConnell, who tripped and fell in the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in Washington, D.C. like a drunk kid on prom night, except he's an 81-year-old man that sexually identifies as a turtle. But even though Cocaine Mitch is doing bad, I feel really sorry for Will Smith right now because Chris Rock just crushed this man's soul by cucking him on his latest Netflix comedy special, where he brings up the fact that Jada Pinkett Smith was sleeping with a friend of their son, Jaden. I'm guessing Will Smith feels like one of those self-driving Teslas that randomly blow up when they get charged for too long. You know who also likes to blow things up besides Tesla? The Sonora Mexican cartel. They freaking love blowing things up and murdering drug mules for sport. But things have gotten really crazy because 2 Americans were just murdered by the cartel while traveling to Mexico for a medical procedure. This is an absolute travesty because no man, woman, or child should ever have to worry about the cartel when traveling to Mexico to get unlicensed gender reassignment surgery or a Brazilian butt lift for $75. So tourists should not have to live in fear while traveling abroad. And that even goes for the illegal immigrants here in America. We must protect our illegals by getting them vaccinated because there are disgusting human beings like world champion tennis star Novak Djokovic who's refusing to get vaccinated. So thank goodness America has legislation in place barring all unvaccinated visitors unless you're an illegal alien crossing the border. I love America, but who I love the most is my girl AOC. If you've been living under a rock, you may not know that Alexandria is playing hard to get and blocking me on Twitter. So I filed a little federal lawsuit to stop her from doing this and accepting the true feelings we have for each other. We have my attorney, Marty Epstein, on the show tonight to discuss the case we have against Capitol Hill's best big booty Latina. We also welcome on former police officer and absolute badass political commentator, Brandon Tatum, to give us the inside scoop on why crime and violence are a result of bad liberal ideas and the strain our law enforcement is facing. And let's not forget about Chadwick Moore, who's coming on to tell us why a vasectomy is basically like a gender reassignment surgery for modern day men. We have a doozy tonight, so sit back, tap in the chat, and let's chew some fat.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. I'll break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Hey, dude, I'm not getting any sound in my ear. I didn't even hear the monologue. What is the problem? Why can't we get one freaking thing right with the sound, Chris?
Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can't hear anything. I can hear you over the loudspeaker. I'm not hearing. I didn't hear one thing in the monologue. No, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Jimmy. I can't do the freaking show. You guys can't work the sound. Chris back there looks like an idiot.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't. Chris, what the heck, dude? We're trying to do a live show. You sit there, you look like an idiot. What is your problem?
Okay, here, get to our song sound.
Yeah, now I can hear it. Chris,
dude, what's the problem? What's going on?
Yeah, the problem is your dumbass can't work a microphone. Hey, I'm sick of it.
Why don't you shut your stupid face, dude?
No, you need to shut up, dude. I'm serious.
You're an idiot.
If you don't want to work here, get off the set.
Idiot.
Get off the. I'm an idiot. Get off my set.
You suck.
Get off my set. Get
you
off
suck.
my set. I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot.
I've had enough
you
of this
don't even
shit.
know how to use a freaking microphone. What the hell? You're an idiot.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you. What are you going to do about it? I'm sick of you. Yeah, I'm sick of you. I'm sick. I don't care.
You didn't get paid enough for this.
I don't care. What are you talking to? Get the hell out of my. Get out of my. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out of here, dude. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here.
You're not even a pimp.
Get out of here,
dude.
Yeah, I'm a
You're
pimp.
a bitch.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
You suck.
I don't care. Get him out of here. Security, I'm going to sue your ass. All right. Sorry about that. Hey, can I hear anything? JVT? I still can't hear anything. I still can't hear anything. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Well, if you're enjoying the show, please consider going on YouTube and subscribing. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future podcasts. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep my job here, honestly. I'm fighting with the employees, but Luckily, my attorney is here, Brian Wellington. What do you think about what just transpired?
So what just happened was that was assault, so we can get him for something with that. We can get you a few bands.
But who are we going to sue? I don't want to lose my job. We can't sue the Blaze.
Oh, we gonna sue him.
I mean,
What you mean, what?
he drives like a 1992 Honda Accord.
Okay, well, we gonna take him for everything he got. We gonna make his life miserable, right? We gonna take everything from him. If he has $1 left in the bank, we gonna take that.
Really? I mean,
Absolutely. Do you want to ruin his life?
yeah,
Well,
I mean,
then
he
I'm the
just
right man for
embarrassed
the
me. I'm
job,
trying to
right?
do the show.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to do the dang show.
Yup.
And you know what's funny is right now, the reason why I brought you on the show is right now I'm in a legal battle with my favorite big booty Latina, my second favorite big booty Latina, AOC. So I brought you on the show to give an update. So can you tell the people about the federal lawsuit that we're currently fighting against AOC?
So first of all, I don't know what all the noise is about this AOC. You know, I see better looking women at Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah, she ain't all that.
Well, let me tell you something. I probably shouldn't have fired the sound guy because now I can't hear anything. But let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't hear anything for the show. Looks like something. Okay, here it is. Oh, this is it. This is the whole time. It was my fault. The whole time. It was my fault. I forgot to plug this thing in. Oh, wow.
See, you just messed up.
Alex, can you hear me now?
No, because I'm not plugged in, but
Oh my.
wow, that's why. Here, let's see. Can maybe here you take over the show, Brian, while I get my sound.
So basically, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? All
I
right?
can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
All right.
Well, it'd help if we had our sound guy here.
So,
Yeah, it would help if we had the
so
sound guy
what
here.
you
He's
just screwed
gone.
up, Mr. Alex, was the fact that you just admitted that was your fault.
Yeah,
You
well,
just
how-
blamed yourself on that. So,
Yeah, but it's not my fault that he assaulted me, that he threw me on the ground.
So we kind of at a dead end now. It's in a gray area.
Hey, Alex, do you want me to call him and you can apologize? Or
No, I'm not gonna apologize, and I still can't hear
See,
you.
then we really can't do nothing if you
my
apologize.
God.
Yeah, we're not apologizing. No, we're fighting this tooth and nail. I don't even care. I don't even need to hear you
Okay,
guys anymore.
yeah.
I can just do the show
Why'd I
all
get
in
this
my
job?
head, even
Okay.
though we do have a guest at some point. So it'd be nice if I could hear them. Say something.
Yeah.
To me. Now I think I hear something. Now I'm hearing people. Now it's working. Woo-wee. I hope I don't get in trouble for that one. Yeah, that's kind of my
You
fault.
had a lot of taurine, I noticed. He was drinking them energy drinks.
Yeah, I drink a lot of these energy drinks. You guys
Yeah.
ever chug these? You just chug them?
Yeah. You know what actually works better? Because, you know,
Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it. So good.
so if you actually have a heart attack right now, we could probably sue Monster.
I have an enlarged heart. I had pericarditis.
Exactly.
Woo. All right, let me calm down. I'm sorry, Brian.
No, what I think you should do is probably have a couple more of those. Run up and down, you know what I'm saying? Have a heart attack. Just make sure you don't die, and we could definitely get you a bag.
Okay, well, before we get to our next guest, he is ready, but what do you think about the blimp?
What do I think about the blimp? So, you talk about the studio?
Yeah.
So when I had got to the studio, so I seen your show on YouTube and stuff, and I was thinking it was really gonna be a blimp. But when I got here, it just looked like this cheap piece of garbage. Like it's gonna fall apart.
No, this is Glenn Beck's media company. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Very
Are
expensive.
you sure? I
Yes.
thought this was gonna fall down on me. I was scared.
Well, some stuff has fallen down, but the crew
We
here
got
is a
this
little
whole
mad.
dark black room. Reminds me of like a ghetto alleyway in Chi-Town.
Well, that's for the lighting purposes. We need that area to be dark so there's no shadows. I mean, that's just typical.
look like cheap.
Okay, well, listen, you're my attorney. You're supposed to make us sound good, not cheap. But
No, my job is to make money. So if you're not making me money, you're useless to me.
okay, all right. Well, let's
So,
see what our next
You've
guest
been
is.
pretty useless so far.
All right, let me get to the next guest. We now welcome on the author of the book. So you've been sent to diversity training, smiling through DEI apocalypse, smiling through the DEI apocalypse. Please welcome on the one, the only Chadwick Moore. Welcome to the program, my friend. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, Alex Stein. I'm great. How you doing?
Dude, okay, I love that. I love that energy, Chadwick, because sometimes I have people on the show. They don't know who I am. They're not fired up. But I like your positive energy. But you go on my biological father's show, Tucker, all the time. I don't know if you know he is my biological father, so tell us so. what I love when you talk about is vasectomies. I know you talk about more stuff than that, but why is a vasectomy so bad? In a way, my dad, he begged me at 18 to get a vasectomy, and I didn't. But he said, I'll give you $5,000. I go, Dad, I don't want to do that. I want to have kids. He goes, you can get them reversed. So that's my, bump, devil's advocate. What about the reversal? Tell me, because I don't know. I'm not an expert, and I would like to speak to you.
Why did your dad insist that you needed a vasectomy?
Because he didn't want me to get any girls pregnant. He knows I'm a freak. He knows I don't use any protection. Yes, in college he was Yes, he was worried. He wanted to meet it because he knows I don't like to use contraception. So that's why he wanted to do it as a preemptive measure, counter strike to stop me. So what do you say to the people that are like, well, it's not necessarily that bad. You can, quote unquote, reverse it.
Right. Your dad was looking around the corner, so good for him. But I guess what I would think, so that's funny. I think that comes from a clip of The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
Picked that up and they pissed them off, which is really funny. My sister called me and she's like, I just heard them talking shit about you on The Breakfast Club. And, that made her really happy. So that was nice. I believe I was on Fox News because that was right after the Roe decision. And a bunch of all the liberal papers were saying that men, these like liberal men, were now getting vasectomies as a way to show support for the women who are about to. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I just felt the need to tell these men who are doing this for their liberal girlfriends who have multiple partners, I'm sure, and are all non-binary or whatever, that they probably it wasn't a very manly thing for them to do, and maybe they should reconsider. That was my point that I was making. Apparently, it's a hot topic in the black community, which I did not realize, because if it made it onto The Breakfast Club, then it was one of like 5 times I've been at the center of a black Twitter storm, which is the best Twitter storm you want to be part of. Like, white liberal Twitter is awful. Black Twitter is a lot of fun.
Black Twitter is the best. That is real. It's like the most entertaining. Yeah. They have the best arguments, this and that. But tell me this: why is it so controversial? Because I like The Breakfast Club. Sure, I mean I don't like their political opinions, but it's a popular show. They have all the big rapper stuff. They always say the craziest stuff about their baby mamas, yada, yada, yada. What you expect from a show that predominantly interviews famous rappers. My point being is, what was their beef with it real quick? I mean, why do they care about vasectomies?
I guess maybe a lot of black men have them. I don't know. I wasn't aware, but and they thought that they thought that I was a POS for saying that if you have one that you are less of a man, which I think I definitely saw on Fox News. But of course, I was referring to these liberal men who were doing it as a resist movement. They're going to get surgery for their girlfriends, which probably like maybe 3 guys did. But when that happens, the New York Times is like, it's a trend, write about it, try to convince more to do it. But I'm sure it wasn't as big of a deal as the paper made out, obviously.
Okay, so Glenn Beck, the guy that started this company, he talks about the ESG, basically the social credit score for these companies is just kind of a blanket way to describe it, I guess. But tell us what DEI is. What is the diversity, equality, and what is it? Diversity, equity, inclusivity. Yeah. What is it?
Yeah. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI. So I wrote this book about it because I was just like, it's like everyone in corporate America and even not in corporate America like has to deal with like DEI training. And I was just like, it's so ripe for mockery and humor and also exploration. Like, what's going on here? What are people experiencing? And honestly, I just want to talk to people from all walks of life and be like, what happens in your job with DEI? Like, what do they teach you? And this book came out of it. So I was talking to like, guys on oil rigs. I was talking to, people who sell jeans.
What was the DEI like? What, do they make them do DEI training on an oil rig?
Oh, yeah, that was the best. That's actually my favorite chapter. When I talked to the guy who's on an oil rig off the coast of Nova Scotia in Atlantic Canada. And it was really interesting because the first thing he said to me, I'm like, well, tell me about your DEI training. He said, well, we just had pink shirt day on the rig. And I'm like, what? So everyone on the oil rig, all these guys had to wear pink shirts, and this was during COVID, and they hand out pink masks, and it was some sort of like anti-bullying, gay pride thing for these guys on this oil rig. It was so funny. And then he went more into it. And he's like, yeah, this other time we had to watch this video about this like cartoon about like discrimination. And it was really, really wonderful and ridiculous.
Wait, but Chadwick, I have to cut you off. Yeah. That's very similar to like the NFL for the Susan G. Komen, where every player is in pink cleats. And I don't know if you know my attorney, Brian Wellington. He's here helping me out on my lawsuit versus AOC. But Brian, what did you have to say about Chad? You wanted to say something, Chadwick, while I was talking?
Yeah, so I was going to say it might be a strong possibility that these dudes getting vasectomies are actually gay.
What? You think that why would a gay man? Yeah, why would a gay man need a vasectomy?
Pregnant in your butt?
Yeah, I mean, why would a gay man need a vasectomy?
because I'm saying it wouldn't matter. So they just
he got his law degree in prison, Chadwick. So give him a break. He's not the smartest guy in the world.
I'm just now meeting him, but I kind of like him.
He's great. He's a great attorney. Listen,
I've got to say, I'm curious about his views on vasectomies.
If you have a murder charge, he's one of the best attorneys.
Nah, I just say just live it up. You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing.
Do you wear protection,
bro? Don't use protection.
How many kids do you have?
Don't get vasectomy. How many kids? 13.
You have 13 kids?
13 kids, my boy. 13 kids.
Chadwick, what do you say about that? 13 kids, that's pretty good, right?
I think that's a real man. I think that's exactly the opposite of the men I was describing in that interview.
And here's the thing, my boy, Chadwick, right? Pimp.
Yeah.
So a lot of these women, these dumb females, they be like, yeah, I'm gonna get an abortion and live my life. You know what I'm saying? The baby, I don't got time for no baby and stuff. I can't take care of it. Here's what I do. I just don't pay child support. They want to play that game. We just don't pay child support around here. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a one-way street. Little thought.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good. Exactly. Is that good, Chadwick? Aren't we supposed to pay child?
I mean, that's great. Why do women have all the power in this
exactly.
crap?
I show them who's boss. I show them who daddy is.
Wow, I can't believe Chadwick. This guy, Chadwick's actually a smart man. He actually is an author. He's like a political pundit. And the fact that he's agreeing with you, I'm actually blown away. I'm actually learning a lot more about Chadwick than I expected. Okay, so Chadwick, so tell me this, though. Other than you trying to sell a book and trying to, help this, I guess, quote unquote, culture war. But listen, I hate to be like this. I'm very black-pilled. I'm very negative. You seem positive. How do you stay positive in a world that I think is collapsing? If people like Klaus Schwab wants us to eat bugs, border crisis, inflation. How do you stay positive in a world that's collapsing?
I'll tell you what, if you want me to be honest, get serious for a minute, because I totally agree with you. I think, first, I think a lot of it is seeing the humor and everything. I also get black-pilled as well. I mean, there's so much talking, there's so much happening right now that's so horrible. I mean, everything from what's happening in Ukraine to what we're learning about J6, stuff we already knew about J6, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, honestly, I try not to let it consume me. I stay off Twitter. I focus on things that I love. I love nature. I love a lot of people in my life. I've got hobbies. And you have to check out and enjoy those things and remember that, the news is there to make you afraid and make you angry. And you have to realize that there is a lot of goodness in this world. There's so much love and there's so much goodness.
Whoa, hold on a second. So you're telling me there's something going on outside of the TV?
Well, not for everyone, but occasionally there might be. Yeah. I mean, but
I'd like to get
for everyone.
Wait, but Chadwick, I'd like to get Brian. What do you think about the war in Ukraine? Chadwick, that's a very scary thing. Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So I'm not here to talk about the war in Ukraine, but you can purchase my legal services at yougonebefreelaw.com.
Okay, but we can do that at the end of the show. Chadwick's selling a book too. That's at the end of the show.
If you want to talk about Ukraine, first you can purchase my legal services, then you get my opinion on it.
Okay, well, okay. Sorry, Chadwick. I apologize. We have a very respectable
My retainer is $1,000 per hour.
No, we're not
by the time I get done with this show, I expect that.
Okay, please. I hired you, and now I'm realizing that was a huge mistake. So can we please get back to the guest, Chadwick? Can we?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So Chadwick, I love your positive attitude.
Pimp.
Chad Pimp. Yes, excuse me, Chad Pimp. Tell us though, Chad, what do you think about this transgender agenda? I'm saying because you talk about the vasectomies, and it is kind of the demasculinization of male. What do you think about that? The feminization of men and then the masculinization of women. What do you think about that?
All right, let me tell you a story. So I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I live in sort of like the trans non-binary capital armpit of the universe, right? And I go to this gym that's like a super masculine, like dirty weightlifter gym. Yeah. There are so many titless little furry women there who think that they're men. And it's like there's more every day. Wait, slow down. No, I have to cut you off, Chadwick, because I saw that in the yoga studio too. That's what I've seen. In a yoga studio, oftentimes you're shirtless. I've noticed so many lesbians with, trans men with the mastectomy. So is it like that? I noticed them, they're showing off their mastectomy, like they want to be like a guy. It's crazy. And I see that in the yoga studio. And to me, it's heartbreaking because I think this is like the craze, the trend is disproportionately affecting women without a doubt, and very young women. And these are very young women. A lot of them look like they've recently graduated from college and, moved to New York to pursue their like artistic degree or whatever. And none of them seem happy. None of them are fitting in. It's like, I don't know if you're like really just a lesbian or if you're just like an awkward girl or you're just really confused, but I know that it's disproportionate to what we are told actual gender dysphoria represents in the population. So like, it makes me sad in a way. Like, I don't wish harm to anyone. I don't want anyone to feel bad, but like just seeing the extent of it, it's like, it's heartbreaking because I think these young women are being sucked into this thing that is a lie. They're being sucked in by so many forces in media and in the culture wars, and now also like medicine is making a huge amount of money on this.
They making the most money. I'm saying that they have a lifelong patient. I mean, so
it's like I almost trust the men more who do it because like it's like you're either really gay or you're an autogynephile, so you want to become a woman. Like I get it, and I don't like feel bad for you. Just live your life, whatever. With a lot of these women, it's like, it's kind of heartbreaking. You feel like they're just being so misled.
No, but listen to this new one now on Twitch because the terms of service are so intense. You can't say like transvestite or I forget what terminology you can't use. So now they're calling trans people necromorphs. And that is because oftentimes they have to use cadaver skin to either do the gender reassignment surgery. Yes! So now they're taking skin from a dead person. They're called necromorphs. Is a new terminology for people that have the gender reassignment surgery because you're taking body parts from a dead body and putting it on yours. So do you think there's any necromorphs in New York City? And then before you answer that question, because we got to let you go in a second, tell us a little bit about New York City and what it's like there. Because I love New York, and I always say this: America goes the way of NYC. After 9/11, America really rallied around New York City. Now it's just deteriorating, but I love it. It's the best city in the world. I'm not just saying that, and it makes me sad to see it deteriorating. So what do you think about what's the hope left for the Big Apple?
Bro, there is no hope.
Wait, yeah, I want to hear Brian. What do you mean, no hope for the Big Apple?
It's tough. It's tough. I've been here my entire adult life. I've been through all of Bloomberg and de Blasio and now the new guy. And I think the pandemic changed New York in a way that we don't quite understand yet or have realized yet. It's not the same as it was before. And that's not even political. That's just sort of like the vibe, like the energy on the street. It's totally different. I agree with you that New York is super important. And New York's not San Francisco. It's not Chicago. It's not Los Angeles. It's not this place of sort of blind leftism. That's kind of a new thing. It's progressive. It's always been a liberal city. It's liberal, but it was never the woke progressive city that does, completely stupid things like San Francisco would do. New York would always laugh at San Francisco. That sort of changed, I think, with the amount of young people who's infiltrated in this century, the last 20 years, but it was always a place of a kind of libertarian spirit of live and let live. It was a place that finances number one industry, and that has sort of influenced the soul of the city. The soul of New York is very transactional, and it's very, in that sense, it is sort of the heartbeat of America, at least in the economic system, of course, both figuratively and literally. So it's sad to see this, but it's like, I still feel it's there's some hope there. I mean, good people still have to be here, but it's I don't know.
It's sad. No, and listen, New York City, like you said, like I said, it is still an incredible city. I really actually, I would live in New York at some point in my life. I would, I've spent a month there. I actually worked for the Food Network and I actually lived in Bushwick, Brooklyn. I'm just saying that was like one of the most fun months of my life. So it is an incredible place. I really want to see it recover and heal. Okay, but before we go, tell us about your book. Tell us where they can get it and how we can support you, Chadwick. And before you go and get on that, Brian, you want to say anything to our lovely guest, Chad Pimp, as you call him?
Yeah, I was finna say, he was talking about, just live your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I got to say about these people, right? So, yeah, live your life, but don't come near me or you're going to catch these hands.
Okay, don't.
All right, noted.
Yeah, we noted that.
I'll keep them where you can see them, Brian.
But yeah, please, Brian, have you been doing fentanyl or something before this show? I mean, some of his questions are very absurd. Okay, so Chadwick, tell us where can we get the book? How can we support you?
So, if you're so inclined, check out the book on Amazon. I know if you hate Amazon, I'm sorry, but
we don't care. Use Amazon. We all use Amazon, even though we hate it, guys. Come on.
We all do. I'm buying stuff right now as I'm talking to you on Amazon. Yeah. Check it out there. I'm a contributing editor at The Spectator as well. You can check out my columns at thespectatorworld.com. And that's it. It was great hanging out with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Chadwick, you are the man. Now I know you as a friend, and you have my attorney on speed dial. So if you murder anybody involuntarily, this guy is one of the best. And if you do go to jail,
also, if you are just thinking about committing murder, let me know beforehand so we can sort that out and I get you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to get caught.
Yeah, so he'll help you. So if you're planning on murder.
I watch a ton of forensic files, so I think I got it down on what not to leave.
This guy's not an idiot. Chadwick's smart. He watches forensic files.
You know, my services are at hand. I'm an expert.
Anyway, dude.
He might not be an idiot, but I'm the expert.
That's true. He is the expert in murder. All right, Chadwick, make sure to go get this freaking book. Chadwick, you rock, man. I'll talk to you soon. And next time you're on Tucker, tell my dad hello and that I need a little bit of a semen for a DNA test. So if he would stop ignoring my texts and I just need like a little teaspoon, I would really appreciate if you could just
I will let him know for sure. I will let him know. Thanks, guys.
God bless you, Chadwick. Talk to you soon.
God bless.
He's not.
Yeah, he's gone. What?
No, Tucker's not talking to you?
What? He's not talking to me. No.
See, I think the thing is, I found out that he's jealous because he sees the come up is real.
What?
He thinks that you might be taking his spot.
Yup. He's threatened. Are you telling me Big Daddy Tucker's threatened by Primetime 99? I didn't even think about that.
Hey, Alex, I got to interrupt you. Producer question. More for your lawyer. I have a question for your lawyer.
Yeah.
I need your help. So I need to give some context. So can you flash the Speedo picture? So last night I was just trying to do my job.
No, but let me cut you off. Try to do your job. No, real quick. Listen, I want you.
So that was me on set. That's not the abs are not photoshopped. I'm just really that good looking.
No,
so I did that on set.
Those are photoshopped abs.
No.
First of all, I'm not trying to look at another dude like that. But that's some gay stuff.
Yeah, we're not. This isn't a gay show. This is a straight show.
I know you like to go to drag queen shows
you
and stuff.
Well, here's the thing. Here's why I need a lawyer because I was shamed. In the comments, I was defamed. Let's put some of the comments.
As you should
be. You should have been defamed in the comments. What are you talking about? Yeah, I would like to see.
People were defaming me, saying like I had a small package and
it's not that big. Do you think that you have a big package?
Look at this. That man is not packing. Poor little guy.
Fact.
He's a grower, not a shower.
Well, I know you're not a shower. I don't know.
Not a grower and not a shower.
Yeah, I don't know if you grow or show, to be honest.
I mean, can I sue these people? That's why I need a lawyer because clearly they're lying.
So here's the issue with that is, my boy. So everything they said is true. So we cannot sue.
What?
No, they were lying. My wife said I am perfectly fine and I do the job, quote. So like
that's not good. If she says that, that's not.
No, she said it's fine. That's not small.
She's supposed to say that you blow her out of the water, that she can't walk, she needs an ice pack.
Amen.
Yeah, she's
like,
not.
Look, that's huge, man. Like,
and honestly, JVT. I want to set the record straight because
does the JVT stand for junior varsity size?
Yes, junior varsity size wiener is what that should stand for. No, last night though, it's funny because we had a little sponsor of the show. We did an ad.
Budgie smugglers.
And then JVT proceeds to say, "Oh, I looked pretty good." And I said, "Hey, you do look pretty good." He said, "Well, I should look good. I haven't eaten a carb in 3 weeks." So you've been training to get in your Speedo.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is an inside job. You've been wanting to do this the whole time. You've been wanting to show off that little Peter this whole time.
No, it's big. Hey, can I sue Alex now, Mr. Lawyer?
Yeah, can he sue me?
Can't wait.
He just called a little Peter on live TV.
No, I meant like little Peter, like your pet bird. Don't you have a bird? Don't you still have a parakeet named Peter?
No, I
What happened to your parakeet?
My dog ate it.
What? Are you kidding? Peter the parakeet is dead?
That's kind of a
Peter
touchy
the parakeet is dead? That was my favorite bird of any of my friends.
Okay, Liz, this is weird. What's that? What we get into next?
What are you talking about? You don't
I
like?
want to talk about men's dicks.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
Okay, fine. We'll talk about. But so I just want to put on record.
You can't
I do
sue.
not have a tiny penis.
And that's debatable. That's debatable.
And I am packing.
It still hasn't been proven.
All right, get the camera off me.
Okay,
so if it's not at least 12 inches, it is considered small.
Is that true?
Factual, actually. You can fact check that.
If it's not considered 12 inches.
Fact check it on Reuters.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you think...
Fact check that on CNN.
If it's under 12 inches?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of inches. So you're 11 and a half inches, you're small.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that scientific?
That's according to CNN's Don Lemon.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you learn something new every freaking show, especially this episode, guys. And you know how you can support us and how you can do me a favor? Please go to wherever you get your podcasts. That's Spotify, Apple. I don't care where it is, but please go subscribe and go leave a comment on Primetime with Alex Stein. I need your good vibrational energy or your low vibrational energy. I don't care, but please, I'm begging you, go leave me a review. Go to Apple Podcasts. Say pimp on a blimp. Say shrimp on a limp. I don't care what you say, but go say something because I need those reviews so I can get pumped up in the algorithm so we can get some more views, so we can keep the bills paid and Primetime 99 can get laid. That's what we got to do. Get paid, get laid. What do you say about that, Brian?
I mean, clearly you're desperate. So, I mean, they need to help you, right?
I am desperate. Yes,
So I
I'm
feel
very.
like you need to
I just was assaulted by
Do
an
you want
employee.
them to help you or not?
Yes.
So get on your knees right now and beg them. I feel like that's going to help.
Please, I'm begging you. I'm on the ground. I don't know if the camera can see me. I'm begging you, please. Please, look at me. I'm begging you, please. Leave a 5-star review. I'm on the ground. You can see my feet. Look at me.
At least leave
Look
enough
at
money
me.
to...
Please.
Whoa, what's going on
If you're
here?
looking at this, if you're looking
Where?
at this, I need a 5-star review, please. I'm spread eagle. I can only spread it so wide, and I'm just spreading it perfectly for you. So if you're listening, just know if this is an audio-only podcast, I'm fully spread on the ground. I'm as wide open as I could possibly be without pulling a muscle, and I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. So please, for the love of God, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. What do you think about that?
I think that was pretty gay, bro.
Okay, well, we have gay fans too of the show. So that's, oh my gosh, my IFB. All right, well, we also have our next guest coming up, the fabulous former police officer, the one, the only, Brandon Tatum.
So you associate with police officers now?
Well, he's a former police officer, yeah.
So a former cop?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't do that.
Well, he's on the show, so.
Nah, I don't do all that.
Well, here he is. Next, we welcome on an incredible guy. He's a former police officer, and now he's literally America's biggest, I guess you'd say, black, white supremacist. He has, over millions and millions and millions of followers on, multiple social media platforms. The one, the only, Brandon Tatum. Welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein, my friend.
Hey, welcome. Well, thank you so much for having me, man. And it's always a pleasure to support you, man. And I love everything you do, bro.
Okay, well, you're being too nice. I just want to say, dude, you really helped put me on the map when you reacted to my content. That was really, I'm just telling you, it helped blow my channel up. But I don't want to kiss your butt the whole time. You're super busy. You're a content machine. You're always, in the studio. You're constantly creating content. But right now, one of my biggest videos, a video you reacted to, was my AOC Big Booty Latina video. And I don't know if you saw this recent lawsuit, but I just filed it, and CNBC reached out 3 hours after my attorney filed it. They must have some sort of person watching for any lawsuit. But comedian sues Ocasio-Cortez for blocking him on Twitter after he catcalled her outside of the United States Capitol. And the reason why this lawsuit is interesting because AOC's actually been sued for this before and ended up unblocking the person. So what do you think about the lawsuit, Brandon?
Well, I think it's appropriate. I'm a firm component or proponent of using the legal system where the legal system is applicable. She cannot block people. You got to think on her account, she's a public official. She's working on behalf of the government. So if you're a government page, you have to have a legitimate excuse why you're blocking access from the public, the taxpayer, from being a part of the government channel. So I think it's fine. I mean, screw her. I don't like these people, these communists. I want them to all, be in legal trouble and for them to all suffer the consequences of the things that they do, man. I cannot stand them. They hate America. They hate God. And I'm all for it. Sue her butt.
No, and I love it. Okay, and then Brandon, I'm learning stuff about you. I know your beautiful wife, Corinne. You're an incredible guy. You're in Arizona, but I didn't realize you were teammates with Rob Gronkowski. What the heck? Tell me about this. I got to know, what was he like? Because I know he partied and freaking, I know he had to party, so what was that like?
Well, first, he was teammates with me.
Okay,
so
yeah, he was teammates with you. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. No. Yeah, so tell us what was that like? Multiple Super Bowl champion. Sorry.
Yeah, he was a great kid, man. I mean, it's funny because when he first came in as a true freshman, everybody knew he was going to play in the NFL. I was a safety, and I was the one guarding him in practice, and it was impossible. Nobody could guard Gronkowski. I'm just keeping it. Even though I was an elite athlete, it was still no guarding Gronkowski because, you know, the funny thing about him is he's wild, man. You know, it's not like he run regular routes. He's smooth, man. He's wild. His arms are going everywhere. He got hands, you know, like Randy Moss. And so the guy was incredible. He was a big old kid, man. You would never expect him to be as proficient as he is on the football field, to be so, I guess, childish and joked a lot and partied and had a good time. You know, he was just a big old kid, man, but he was a boss on the football field.
Well, did you play with any other Gronkowskis? Because, you know, I know they all played there.
Yeah, his brother. One of his brothers, I think his brother was older. I think it was Chris Gronkowski. He played fullback for us, and he was a pretty good athlete as well. But, man, nobody was nowhere near Rob Gronkowski. I think if he hadn't had a back injury and some of the things that happened in his career, man, he would go down in history as one of the best tight ends ever. I mean, he's impossible to cover. He creates mixed matches. And he's tough as nails, man. And
it's funny because, like you said, he's not like Jerry Rice, real fluid. He's all rough, but I guess that's why he's hard to cover because you can't get into his body. That's incredible. I didn't realize. I learned something new about you every day. Okay, so now I want to steer you to this. As a former law enforcement police officer, what do you think about this Murdaugh case where he was just recently convicted for murdering his wife and son? For me, I think it's a big deal because he was high on opiates. So you can be a rich scion, legal, whatever, generational wealth, and you can still become a victim of the opioid, the fentanyl opioid crisis. So what do you think about that case?
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's invaluable to evaluate whether or not he was on an opioid or how did that have an effect. Because it seems like a lot of people that lose their mind and do crazy stuff, even the young lady that killed her kids and ended up trying to jump off the second story of her house to kill herself. I mean, these people are being heavily medicated. And I wonder, does it have a significant effect on the way they behave and how they treat other people? Was he in the right state of mind when he allegedly killed his wife and I think his kid or something of that nature?
No, that's what he shot. He shot his wife and kid for money. I'm just saying, as a police officer, did you see a lot of that where people would shoot their own family? I mean, I know people tell on themselves, tell on their family member to get out of jail, but I mean, that has to be very rare. I would think that a parent shoots their kid. You hear about it on the news, you know, like you just said. That's what made me think about the wife trying to kill her kids. As a police officer, did you encounter that often, where a parent trying to hurt their own child on purpose?
Yeah. To be honest, a lot of the violence and murder was between people that actually knew each other. And a lot of the conflict and violence were domestic violence situations where you have a husband and wife or boyfriend, girlfriend would commit crazy amounts of violence towards one another. A lot of times, random acts of violence were very rare. It was mostly people that knew each other. And it was rare for a person to hurt their child, right? So the boyfriend, girlfriend scenario happened every day I was on duty. People killing each other happened a lot related to domestic violence. But when it comes to somebody murdering their own child, that's a very, very rare occurrence. So I had to say it probably was a very shocking situation for police officers that responded. But the domestic violence thing is probably the most prevalent amount of violence that we see in law enforcement.
Okay, and then I got to ask you this, though. You know, now Roe versus Wade getting overturned. I know you're such a Christian, ethical human being. So do you think that we're winning in this culture war? Because I know you've been in it a lot longer than me, and I would say that you're literally on the front lines with the Blexit, with all your organizations. But I think that's the biggest cultural win, I guess, the right wing has had in the last few years. Do you think we're heading in the right direction? Because I hate to be black-pilled and be so negative because Joe Biden's an idiot, and I think they're about to, you know, just conspiracy theory. I think they're going to give him the old humiliation ritual. They just found a bunch more documents, and they're going to put in Kamala. I do think Kamala Harris will be our president. So it's hard to have a little joy or happiness when I realize that our borders being flooded with immigrants and sex trafficking and drug trafficking, and all our government wants to do is give money to the Ukraine. So in this culture war, Brandon, give us some positive outlook or hope, because as a man that's been on the front lines for this long, you've seen so many changes, ups and downs. Are we in an up or down period?
Well, it's hard to determine right now. I'd say we live in two different spectrums of life. You know, one spectrum is the secular world, and I think in the secular world, it doesn't seem like we're winning. They're pushing transgenderism and homosexuality on everybody, and you've done a really good job going to these city council meetings and exposing a lot of these things. But then there's a spirit realm, and I think in the spirit realm, in a morality sense, we're taking huge wins because a lot of people are waking up, a lot of people are getting saved, a lot of people are finding Christ. Revivals are happening everywhere. So I say in the spiritual realm, there's a lot of things that are going on, a lot of positive things that could be had. And then in the secular realm, it's going the way it's going to go. It's going the way the Bible has said it's going to go. We're going downhill fast. However, I do think we still have time to save our country if we all continue to band together and hold true to the things that we know are factual, that are honest, that are reasonable, use common sense. All of those things, I think we can help our country continue to grow. But I think there's two worlds moving at the same time, and this world is continuing to get worse. And then the world in the spiritual sense, I think, is continuing to grow.
Well, tell me this, Brandon. So you have millions of followers, and I want to get in your level. I mean, I don't know if that's even possible. But I'll tell you, what's the biggest advice you'd give to somebody like myself or other content creators? Because you've been considered a black white supremacist. You know, you've alienated all the people that you're supposed to be because you're a black man. You're not supposed to be conservative. So you definitely buck the system. And then on top of that, you have a huge audience where they said, oh, people are racist. People aren't going to listen to you. So what's the biggest piece of advice if I want to follow in your footsteps on becoming an awesome content creator?
Well, first of all, I think you've done an incredible job. I mean, look where you started at the meetings, and now you have your own show. And so I think you're doing an incredible job, man. And we love you. We love your comedy shows and everything. My family supports you. So we love you. In my personal opinion, you're a rock star already. You're so nice. But I think it's just consistency. It's just consistency. You just keep putting out content, keep putting out material, keep being authentic, man. Don't ever change who you are and what you represent. And the people that think just like you, and there's millions of them, just like I found out, they will go and they'll follow and support you. So I'd say this to anybody that's trying to be a content creator: consistency, and authenticity are the things that's going to make the world of a difference.
And you do it. I mean, every day you're putting out content. You put in the work. So you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. So thank you, and I'm honored to be able to call you a friend. So thank you for being on the show, and tell the people, I know you got way more followers than me, but tell the people where they can find you if they've never heard of you before, but I doubt that.
No, I call them people who are supportive of their family to me.
Okay.
So everybody that support me, their family to me. But you can go to The Officer Tatum, and all you gotta do is put The Officer Tatum, THE, Officer Tatum, in any search engine, and you'll find all of my social media. My biggest thing is YouTube.
Yeah.
My biggest following is on YouTube, and so you go on YouTube, put in The Officer Tatum. I put out at least three videos a day.
He's the best reaction content guy in the conservative movement. I'm just telling you, you got to get his reaction because, listen, you also don't give the status quo answer, too. You know, that's what I really respect about you is you keep it 100, as the kids say. So, Brandon, thank you for joining us. I know you got to go. I know you're a busy man. I'll see you soon. Tell Corinne, tell the family hi. You're the man. Stay positive and keep kicking butt. See you, Brandon.
All right. See you later.
And that was Brandon Tatum. Thank you so much. A former police officer and the #1 black white supremacist in the United States of America. Well, guys, I don't know if you're aware, but earlier in the show, we had a little incident with our sound guy, Chris. And now we actually have a new opportunity here at the Blaze. And you're able to go to BlazeTVcom/jobs. And at that website, you're going to be able to apply for a new sound engineer. I believe we have some writing positions open, but I would really appreciate that because, honestly, I've been losing cameramen and sound guys and directors like, you know, car keys at a Widespread Panic concert. I mean, I'm just losing them left and right. So if you want to be a part of the Pimp on a Blimp family, please, go to, is that the correct website, BlazeTV.com/jobs, or is it Blaze.com/jobs? BlazeTV.com/jobs. You're going to be able to apply for the new job that just opened up as a sound guy because we need as many crew members as possible because, like I said, I accidentally injured a couple. I got injured by one. One just left for gender reassignment surgery. So we're thin. We're thin on reserve. So if you guys need a job, BlazeTV.com/jobs. Go apply today. Yeah, but you have a great job.
I mean, tell me about it. You desperately need new writers because this show, like, the jokes on here suck.
The jokes on here suck.
The set looks like garbage.
How does the set look like garbage? Look how comfortable you can get. Have you ever been on a set?
It's giving me motion sickness.
Yeah, but lay back. Have you ever been on a set like this before? Look at this.
This is the only good part of the whole set. These chairs.
Look at this. Look at this. We're fully vertical. Nobody's ever done this on TV before.
Facts.
This is a perfect angle because this is, I have bad myocarditis. So
I feel like I'm Alan Dershowitz about to get a massage.
Is that what you feel like right now? And he was actually one of my bigger guests on the show.
Yeah, I had seen that he started getting all nervous and shaky when he brought up Epstein. He said he hate massages, but he gonna get one at Epstein's house of all people.
I know, that was a weird answer. But he did keep his underwear on, Brian, so I think that says a lot.
Yeah, let's take his word. Let's take the man's word that gets a massage. He might need to call me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the best attorney in the world could use your legal services.
Absolutely, I agree.
So tell me this, though. This is your first time on the blimp. This is your first time participating in a live show. I mean, tell the people at home, what are our real chances of suing AOC? Like, are we going to win? Are we going to get money? Are we going to get clout? Are we going to get fame?
Look, at the end of the day, you got me here, so we definitely going to get a bag. So, in the end, I feel like the biggest thing we can do might be better than a bag. We could actually get her Twitter.
What?
Yes, we could actually get her Twitter.
And do what with it?
Give it to you.
Are you kidding? That would get 13 million followers?
Yes, sir.
Wow!
Can you imagine tweeting from her account?
Oh my gosh, dude, I would tweet out so many thong pics. Yep. I would actually have the big booty Latina. Because this is another thing. People don't realize. I want to get her, if I can get her right now. Look how beautiful she is. Look at this, guys. A lot of people don't realize this. This is my favorite big booty Latina. She's beautiful.
I mean, I said this earlier. I seen better looking at women when I go to Walmart.
I don't know. If I could just be with you, AOC. I just hold you in my arms. Look at this. It's like we're doing it together, just like the Capitol steps. I feel you in my arms right now.
She got that smug look, too. That pissed me off.
All you have to do is unblock me, baby, and we can be together, you and me.
We're here.
Look, yeah, come here. Oh, no! Get off AOC!
Hey!
Get off AOC!
Don't touch me.
Get off AOC! Hey. Don't mess with AOC.
Yeah, actually get mad.
Brian, I'm mad. Brian, get it. Don't mess with AOC.
Do something stupid.
Don't
do something stupid.
Don't break this.
I hope you do something stupid. Get mad.
Do not break this. You already damaged her face.
It was already damaged.
No, it's not.
It's already ugly.
No, it's not. That was a very
average, mediocre at best.
That's not mediocre. She's my favorite big booty Latina. She's a 9.5.
You ain't seen done yet.
She's a 9.5.
A 9.5.
Yes.
That's average.
Okay, well, you said an 11-inch penis is small, so what do you know?
It is.
No, it's not. If you have an 11-inch penis, you're blessed by the penis Lord and Savior himself.
No, you were actually cursed.
With what? With the small dong?
You were cursed with something small. That's coming from somebody with 12, so don't talk.
Oh, my gosh. It's very frustrating right now because,
What we got going on next?
What do you mean? We have an incredible guest coming up.
Oh, we do?
Yes. Yes, we have.
So I heard something about this guest.
Yeah, well, we're about to bring him on. Now, we're connecting to him right now, and any minute we're gonna.
You trying to get some funny jokes in your head for the first time?
No, I'm not trying to get any funny jokes. I'm trying to host the show, Brian.
Has anybody told you look like a combination of Tucker Carlson and Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, they've said stuff like that. Yeah, they said I look like a fatter version of those two.
Oh, Charlie Kirk actually got pretty fat.
He's gained a little weight, but Charlie Kirk's a very popular guy. He's busy. He can't just. He can gain a couple lbs like me. I know what it's like. It's busy. You're on the road a lot.
No, but you still look good. You know what I'm saying? You don't look weird.
Charlie! Charlie looks beautiful. Charlie Kirk is the most beautiful American patriot.
That sounds pretty gay.
Well, so what? Charlie Kirk is a beautiful young man, and I would wash his feet if he ever let me.
And yes, I am homophobic.
What? No homophobia allowed on the show. This is a homophobia-free zone. Okay, I think our guest is getting ready. We're always having audio issues, and this is the problem, is our audio guy, Chris, actually was let go earlier after he physically assaulted me, and we're going to file a little lawsuit against him. So if you guys do want to get that job, BlazeTVcom/jobs. Are you interested in working at the Blaze?
So if I get the pay right, y'all get the pay right, then yes.
Get the pay right?
Yeah,
get the play right?
Every hour, $1,000.
What?
$1,000 an hour.
$1,000 an hour?
My retainer fee. I charge my retainer fee. You want me to come here
to run the camera? These guys make like $25 an hour.
So y'all basically want me to make your show actually be good?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I make it? How do I make it good?
You have me here.
Give us some ideas to make it good,
Have me
Brian.
here.
And you're just gonna be.
I make everything good.
Well, you did make a lot of kids. I know that.
Exactly.
But I mean, other than your 13 kids, I mean, what else have you done good for society? Because some of the stuff you've let a lot of you've let a lot of murderers out on jail. I know. But
Absolutely. How is that not bad?
because what if they go and murder somebody
The
else?
system is a murder. The legal system kills people. And you want to sit here and talk about that?
Yeah, I do.
The whole legal system.
What's wrong with the legal
put
system?
my people
What's
in
wrong?
prison.
Listen, I don't want to do all this.
As a black man,
As a black man.
as a black man, I can proudly say that I have helped society. So sit your white behind down.
All right. Okay, I didn't realize all that. I didn't know you're a black man. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at you,
Okay,
daddy's
sit
boy.
down. Sit down.
Oh, so you want to tell a black man to sit
No,
down? You
I
wanna
don't.
be
I don't want
racist?
to tell. I'm not trying
Hey.
to tell a black man what to do. I'm
Yeah.
just saying you sit down
Check
so the
the
cameras.
privilege.
Okay, I'm checking my privilege. I apologize. Will you sit down? I didn't realize you're an African American. I apologize.
Kiss my feet.
All right. I will. I'm sorry. Here, guys, we always do this for any African American. Thank you so
Now
much.
do me a favor.
I'm
as
sorry.
part of-
I'm
as-
sorry for slavery.
So
I'm
as
so
part,
sorry.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. But just to finish that off, I just want a sincere apology. So what you need to do after this commercial break is watch George Floyd's sex tape,
Watch this. I've watched it. I have it downloaded on my phone.
but cry while
Oh,
watching it.
I do cry.
Just in
usually.
remembrance
Every time
of
I
him.
ejaculate, I cry a little bit. All right. Well, we got that out of the way, and now I think we're waiting on our guest. I don't know if he's well, he's still not good. He's never
Bro,
good.
piss me off with that though, for real.
What? How did I piss you off?
With your racist comments.
That wasn't right. I just kissed your feet. You're a black Hebrew Israelite. I respect all black Hebrew Israelites. Kyrie Irving, I love it. So what do you think about Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving, racist.
How is Kyrie Irving racist? All he did was share one link to an Amazon documentary, and then he gets dropped by Nike. Is that fair?
So the thing is, it's not that he didn't say anything. It's the thoughts, right? If you
Yeah.
even think something, you are racist.
Wow, but I just don't know. So if you even think about racism,
If you even think about it, if you even have that thought, then you are a racist.
wow,
You should be put behind bars. Exactly.
See, I'm learning stuff. This episode, this has probably been, of all episodes
Yeah.
that we've had, I've probably learned the most about myself, about our culture, about the black community, because
And I can't even imagine how many racist thoughts you've had in your brain the whole time I've been here.
Yeah, wow, this is insane.
You're probably thinking the N-word right now.
No, I've never said the N-word. I don't even know what that word
Just
exists.
say it then.
Nuclear.
Say it.
Nuclear weapons.
Nah, that's not the one.
Well, that's the only N-word that I know. That's the only N-word. So what do you think about Donald Trump?
How many times do you say the N-word in private?
I've never said it in private. The only thing, I've rapped some Lil Wayne lyrics. I'll be honest. I like Lil Wayne.
That alone is racist. What were
No,
you saying about Trump?
I'm saying, what do you think about Trump? Do you think he's ever said the N-word?
So the thing about Trump is that I found racist was the fact that he made black people work.
What?
There was more black employment when he was president. So he had very low black unemployment. So he's trying to make black people work, and I found that to be very offensive.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Which
know.
we're actually in the middle of a lawsuit
Wait, so
with
you're
him.
telling me that's bad because more African Americans had jobs under Donald Trump?
Yes. Why would you make us work? We was the slaves for years.
So you believe in reparations?
Absolute, 100%. Do I believe? Are you stupid?
I mean, I actually would.
I'm actually fighting a case right now for over 100 black men in America to get them reparations.
Wow. So I didn't know you were doing
Because
such-
their ancestors were slaves about 600 years ago.
Wow. Well, that does make sense. I mean, that was one of the most terrible things ever.
You wouldn't know nothing about it.
Okay, so I want to get on our next guest. His name is he's a dad. He actually went viral for dressing as. Just show his face. Just show his face real quick if we can. Show
Yeah,
his face.
he I think he muted us.
He has this mute. So look at this guy. He copied
muted
us.
but
And look, he doesn't know how to use anything. He's freaking out. He's yelling and screaming. Look at him. No, show his face. Oh, he's not going to the camera. Can he hear us? But he can hear us.
I don't know if he can
Look at
hear
him
us.
smoking that cigarette.
I love it.
Trying to figure it out. Like,
This is
look at it.
actually
Leave it on.
awesome.
Leave it like this. He's smoking the cigarette. But this guy, so Cassidy, He went to a school board meeting dressed like Caesar and went viral. What do you think about him doing the old primetime 99?
I can't hear him, first of all. What's going on? He don't even know how to do his
He's a
audio.
boomer. Yeah, he didn't know how to work it. But no. So look, this is him, Caesar. He goes on and he trolled a pro-trans school board. He went on to say that he's also transsexual, transgender himself. But go back to the three-piece McNugget. Just look at him smoking that cigarette. I love it. Yeah, he can see us. Just keep smoking away, dude. We got nothing. It's just a live TV show. It's no big deal. Look at him. He's trying to figure out, oh, do I press the mute button? Do I press this button?
No, I think he literally like turned off his laptop's volume and he can't figure out.
He doesn't know how to do the audio.
We can hear him. He can't hear us.
Oh, so we can actually hear him. We can hear you. Write in a note. Write on a piece of paper. We can hear you.
I've emailed him multiple times. I've tried every form of communication.
Look, now he's got the headset on. Watch. He's going to be able to hear us.
Can you hear us?
Now he can hear us. Now he can hear us. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. Still no chance.
He has no...
Look at this. What do you think about the production
It's just rude
quality?
what he's doing.
It is rude. He copied my bit. He copied me. He's dressing, which I like. I'm not mad at him for copying me. But he copies my bit, and then he comes on my show, and he's so excited to come on the show, supposedly, I guess in the emails, he said something like that. And then he gets on the show, and he doesn't know how to turn on
That's
the
just
speakers.
disrespectful.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if you can hear me. He had a Skype test earlier, and it was fine. So somehow in the last hour and a half, he has figured out how to ruin his laptop speaker.
Well, this is better than anything. I mean, this is literally the best content we can get. This guy ripping cigarettes. Now he's turned off his camera.
Turned off. Shut up. He just deleted it.
Now he just deleted himself off the internet.
Nice.
This is Prime Time with Alex Stein. This is the #1 show on all of YouTube, and make sure to get us on your audio-only podcast.
Does he not know the show is live?
No, he doesn't know that. And look, he's been dripping those chain cigarettes. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
He's stressing and trying to get the audio. Ooh.
Look at him. He's just ripping
trying to
cigarettes.
get audio.
You know, right now his heart is pounding. He's got that headset on, but then he has a headset on top of the Julius Caesar outfit, and now he's really just. He's about to go. He's about to spurg out. Right?
He's about to go do some heroin.
Yeah,
Alex, trying to get that out of his system.
The funny thing is, like, we've been able to hear him the whole time, and there's just chaos in the background. Like, his phone keeps ringing, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh, he should call into the show. He should give her a number.
I'm looking for his number. I'm emailing him so many times.
He could just put the phone up to the speaker. Oh my God, what is this guy?
Man. What is my man?
Wait,
doing?
does he have a little girl on his shield?
Yeah, it looks like that is a little girl that he's protecting with his honor and his dignity.
Hold on, that looks like a lion.
I'm wondering if he's hearing us, though. Oh, no, he's saying he can't hear us, but I wonder why he's not saying, like, is he talking? You guys can hear him, but you're just not playing the audio? Because I would love it if the audience could hear him. Yeah, but
I mean,
I'm just saying, you know, he's freaking out. Look at him. He can see us. He has no idea that there's thousands of people watching him. There's over 1,000 right now.
I just heard him.
I just heard him.
I just heard him. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? No. Well, it's not going to. It looks like it's not going to work out. Julius Caesar, you tried your bit. You came on the show of the #1 town hall terror, Primetime Alex Stein, the man that reinvented how to troll a school board. I'm the one that put on the women's bathing suit. I'm the one that put on the medical scrubs that did the Fauci-ouchie dance. And I'm even with the one and only.
Oh, I can hear him.
What? Are you there, Caesar? We just heard you.
So, talk to him. Talk to him.
Say something. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Ah! You're on the show. I think it's working. Just say, look at the camera. We have to go. The show's almost over. If you can hear us, for the love of Lord Jesus, baby Christ, watching down, say something.
Gabe. I can hear him. What is he doing?
I can hear his ass. What is he smoking? He's smoking stuff other than cigarettes. I swear, dude. Look at that background. Look at that. Like, oh my gosh. Well, guys, you know, this is the prime time.
This is his whole career wrapped up.
I know. He's going to be sick. He missed this opportunity, and he sat here the whole time with no audio, no nothing. Why, he looks so cool. He's got the cool outfit on. He's got the cool. And look, the people in the chat. I mean,
nah, bruh.
This is what happens.
One hit wonder.
I know. This tells you when you guys. Sometimes, you know, there's a saying, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Yep. And that's what happened with me is I got lucky. But no, put the camera on me. I just want to say this. I had to go to 10, 20 different city council meetings, school board meetings. Nobody ever heard of me. I had to go in goofy outfits. I had to yell the craziest stuff, get kicked out. And then finally I did the Fauci ouchie, and that really put me on the map.
You made a name for yourself.
I made a name for myself. So then I see these guys. He does his first bit. He gets to go viral. I want to help him out. I want to bring him on the show.
Nah, heck nah.
You know, my audience loves these type of trolling, prank, council meetings, troll meetings, whatever you want to call it. He finally gets on the #1 troll show.
Hey, this is what I say. Leave it to the professionals, little guy.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Leave it to the professionals. You got to leave it to the professionals like Primetime 99 and this pimp on a blimp, Brian Wellington, because if you are a town hall council member, mayor, school board member, I'm coming for that ass. And I mean that seriously, because I'm also running for school board. So before we end the show, we ended the same way, but I want to say thank you so much, Brian, for coming on the show, and tell the people, how can they support you?
So you can support me right here. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cassidy Campbell. Subscribe, follow me on Rumble, Cassidy Campbell, Rumble.
Cassidy Campbell on Rumble. And what's so good about Rumble?
There's not that censorship.
Well, I kind of like the censorship, because then you can't make fun of me and I can report you and I can take your channel down instantly. So don't ever talk bad about me on the internet. JK, say whatever you want, because I'm a pimp on a blimp and the show is almost over, but we end the show the same way every time. Okay, wait, we got this guy. Okay, Michael, are you there?
I'm calling him. He gave me his number.
Okay, the show's over. The show's over. The show's over. Yep.
The show's over,
Michael,
my boy.
let's see. Is he going to answer? Yeah. Michael. No, he doesn't even know how to answer his phone. It's ringing. He doesn't know how to answer. Oh, there we go.
Now it's
Let's see if he
ringing.
answers.
Show's over, my guy.
Let's see. I mean, the show's over, bud. Michael, the show's over, dude. What happened? How could you mess up so bad? I think you forgot to turn on the speaker on your computer, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to work Skype, man.
Dude, Michael, I'm the Town Hall Terror. We can see you right now. Look in the camera. I'm the Town Hall Terror, and you're finally on here. You got Cassidy Campbell. This guy's a multi-million-dollar YouTube channel having ass. That's what I'm saying. You're with two pimps. We basically brought back.
I'm Caesar, man. I'm not an IT guy. Hey.
I know, Caesar. They don't have computers where you're from, but the show's over. We're on a time limit.
So you don't send me an IT guy here, man. I'm a freaking emperor, man.
I know, Michael, but you're a real
Quick
pimp on a blimp.
question. Quick question. Why do y'all use Skype? Don't you all use Zoom?
I don't know why we use Skype. I don't know why we fired the sound guy.
I build kitchens, and now we're gonna raise babies. You know, I don't go on Skype or Zoom.
Okay, Michael, you got to tell us before you go. We want to know: were you inspired? Who inspired you to go do this?
Well, listen. I mean, they retaliated against me for standing up for the rights of my children because they've got a 6-foot
So stop. Just give me the credit already.
Just give me the credit already. That changes back and forth from gender to gender, confusing the kids.
Yeah, I know this transition stuff is crazy with all these teachers, but let me tell you something. I just hope I want you to know that my man Cassie and I, we put the trolling on the map. So we want you to join our troll army. We need you to continue to do this.
Join me into the troops, man. Let's rock and roll here, man. We need to rise the sheep. We got to turn the flock into freaking shepherds. We got to rise against this tyranny. We got to take the shit from this barren. I mean, what they're essentially doing is they're engaging in economic sanctions against parents, terminating their ability to service their family unless they comply with this insane social agenda that's dictating social fluidity and telling our little kids that they can go to school as girls or boys or whatever they want. I mean, it's madness.
It's a madness thing. Okay, Mike, the show's over, though. Michael, the show is over. I love you. You're going to have to come do it again. You have to go back.
This thing's 60 pounds. I fucking kill somebody with this thing. They don't realize we bred the grounds for these rights.
We love you, Michael. You got to keep fighting. Now you got to do it again so I can get you back on the show. You are now officially a member of the Primetime 99 Troll Army. We need you fighting for these kids. So I will be in touch, and I'll be sending you ideas and other bits that I need you to do to go viral. Do you understand these orders, my friend?
Absolutely. You got it. I mean, we're over 600. I think we're over like 600,000. That crisis in the city, schools there.
We're going to save it all together. You, me, Julius Caesar, Cassidy Campbell, the whole crew. All right, Mike, we're going to leave a link where they can find you. We love you. We'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, that's the show. Bye, Mike. It's the Primetime 99 Alex Stein Show. We end the show the same way every time with the freestyle finale. Hit it, DJ! Sitting on set with my lawyer over here. Sitting in his chair with no underwear. We don't care if you go to jail. Get your ass out, we will make you bail. How do you feel when you're chilling on a fentanyl pill? Yes, I'm real. This is the deal. AOC, big booty Latina. What I would like to do is you touch my wiener. I don't care what you say. Vaccinate the straight, vaccinate the gay. I'm with my boy Cassidy Campbell all freaking day. Don't hurt AOC, she is my baby. I wanna hump. No, I'm not a chump. I do it every day. Like